Hello Captain, Mosade here with a quick video on how to get started captaining a ship in Slipstream Rogue Space. This video is broken down into a few sections: why play this game, your first stream, getting comfy, and final tips. Timestamps for each section can be found in the description. You don't need to watch this entire video to have a good time, but I recommend watching the first two sections, then launching a ship of your own. With all that preamble out of the way, why play this game? For those unfamiliar with this game, Slipstream Rogue Space is a multiplayer FTL-like game where you, the captain, lead your crew of fellow players in an adventure across the stars, fending off slug attacks and encountering entertaining encounters and difficult decisions. It is free to play with the ability to join a crew from Steam, iOS, or Android. This game supports cross-save, so progress is carried between devices. But that still doesn't answer the question. This game is extremely flexible in how it fits into your stream's vibe. Want a hardcore, total focus game? It can provide a challenge even for the strongest crew. Want a casual experience exploring a whole map of encounters? Take all the time you need, the game moves at your pace. Want something fun to play while you put up the BRB screen, or need a side game to keep chat busy? With built-in officer roles available to be assigned, your trusted crew members can run the ship fully. This is the most interactive a Twitch plays-like game can be. In addition, the community around this game is extremely helpful, the developers are extremely active, and it's just fun to play. I'm literally making this video so more people play it so I can play more often. Your first stream. To get started with your own ship, head to playslipstream.com where you can find the latest desktop download links, or just search for Slipstream Rogue Space on Steam. As of right now, you can only launch a ship from the Steam version. I'll pin a comment if that changes in the future. Once you've got the game downloaded, go ahead and launch it. You can capture the game just like any other game. I personally use the game capture source in OBS. You'll be presented with a brief tutorial teaching basic movement and station interactions. Stations are how your crew interacts with the ship, so they're useful to know. Once you've finished the tutorial, choose an account to sign in with. If you have the option, I recommend Twitch because the game can automatically give your crew a link to your channel. It is also the most cross-compatible option, being supported on all platforms. After that, you'll arrive at the main menu. If you head over to the ship dock, you'll see an option to launch your ship. Go ahead and select the size of ship that matches your expected crew size. If you can't decide, pick the Firecrest. Then select your crew member and join the ship. You'll receive some pop-ups telling you how to get to the helm, where you can chart your course among the stars. For your first run, I would recommend the training grounds, as the battles and trivia there act as a second tutorial, giving lots of advice and tips. My last bits of advice before your first stream are that scanning is free and have fun. That should be everything you need for your first stream. If you have any questions that I don't answer in this video, the Slipstream Discord is always available to help. You'll find the link on playslipstream.com. Getting comfy. So, with your first stream under your belt, hopefully it went well, I can go over some tips and tricks to level up your game. Firstly, during combat, you may have noticed some gems appearing as crew did actions around the ship. Anyone can bring those gems to the forge, deposit them for a small XP reward. But for you, the gems they deposit can be used to upgrade the ship technologies for that run. Head to the engineering station to see what upgrades are available. If you haven't noticed yet, your crew member has a level. This level is permanent and persists across all ships you join as captain or crew. Each level up grants a skill point you can use to improve your crew member. You can manage your skills from the main menu, or by clicking the portrait in the bottom left corner while walking around a ship. Hover over the skill's name to learn more about them. For most players, I recommend increasing speed first, then whatever their crew member is good at. For example, Cat's specialty is weapon station, so I'd recommend upgrading the gunnery skill. As a note, completing a run awards bonus XP, so do your best to reach the end. This bonus is given to anyone who is on the ship when the run finishes, and is based on individual XP earned. In continuing the theme of useful things, when wandering around the ship, you may have noticed a mini-map in the top left corner. That map will update with the status of each zone of the ship. Zones in orange have at least one damaged station, and zones in red have been fully destroyed. All stations in there have been reduced to 0 health. In addition, during a fight you may see a target icon over a zone. That indicates the active attack zone. Stations in that zone are being fired upon. It means that's where the enemy shields are weakest. Use weapon stations in that zone to deal about 10 times more damage than normal. The other useful item to notice is the ship health indicators scattered around your ship. This indicator is similar to the one found in the helm, but has the advantage that everyone can see it. Speaking of the helm, let me explain some more about the various screens you'll find there. You are likely familiar with the solar system screen, listing all the available regions you can go to. As for this video, they're generally listed in order from easiest on the left to hardest on the right, with Proteus being the exception sometimes. When you select a region from this screen, you can learn more and launch either a normal or bonus run. Bonus runs give 50% more XP and a greater chance of data keys, but each captain gets one bonus run per day. I'll explain data keys in a bit, don't worry. One exception is the Proteus challenge, where every captain gets one attempt per day to make their best attempt on the same map. There is a leaderboard to show off the captains with their best score for each day. Moving to the right side of the screen, you will find the crew list. You can click on a crew member here to either moderate them or assign an officer role. You can hover over the role names to learn what they do. The crew member can have multiple roles, but each role can only have one crew member assigned to it. You can change these roles at any time, even in the middle of combat if you want. Looking at the bottom half of the helm screen, you will find ship information. You can rename your ship by clicking the pencil. Below that is the custom order text box. Type any message and hit send and it will appear as a notification on each crew member's screen. This is useful if you have some crew members who are unable to have stream and the game open at the same time, or if you want to run a ship without streaming. Alright, let's jump into a battle and I'll show you the battle command screen. Now that we're in battle, the main screen has been split in two. The left half is your ship, showing the health at the top, then a visual overview of your ship, followed by information about the selected zone of your ship. The order button sends a notification to your crew asking them to go there. Most of the time, an alert in the alert section will convey the same information. On the right half of the main screen is the enemy ship. You can find their health at the top, followed by a picture of their ship, and then all available information on the ship. My advice is to relay this information to your crew, either by stream or by custom order. Don't be afraid to hop off the helm and get your hands dirty. The ship info display on the bottom half has changed into the alert section. You'll see alerts about things such as invaders, enemy attacks, and any technology triggers. You can use the order button on the alert to send the information to the crew. The helm gets alerts about invaders and enemy attacks before they happen, so it's helpful to send orders. The last major change to mention is in the bottom right. The retreat button has appeared. If the fight isn't looking good, you can retreat for the cost of 1 fuel. But this button is only on the helm, so either the captain or first mate must be there in order to press it, so watch your health. So I mentioned data keys a bit ago. What are they? Data keys are a currency that can be earned from battles and have two main uses: unlocking new crew members and buying cosmetics. You can unlock new crew members from the crew management section of the main menu. Each crew member starts at level 1, so you have a lot of skill points to earn. The other main use of data keys is cosmetics. There are currently skins and emotes available for data keys, as well as the paid currency credits. You can access the Slip store from either the main menu or on board a ship. Purchases made by crew on a ship do track whose ship they were made on. To round out this section, I want to highlight a few channels on the Slipstream Discord. You'll find a recruiting crew channel for posting that you need a crew. You'll also find a sneaky ship launches channel. This channel will automatically post when a ship is launched, and links to the captain's channel if they signed in with Twitch. If people started appearing from nowhere, you were likely spotted in this channel. You'll also find multiple strategy guides in strategy, with way too much detail on slug combat and skill point distribution. I've linked one of the most comprehensive guides in the description by Scalar50. Final tips. Now that you've learned most everything to see visually around the ship, this section is going to cover a few more miscellaneous, useful things to know. Firstly, you'll likely have noticed that some koalas are holding onto their green gems. That's not them being lazy. Koalas get upgraded whenever they hold 2 green gems. They gain 1 additional medball. But this only goes up to a point, so if you throw a green gem at a koala and they ignore it or emote a red X, they're indicating they are maxed on the upgrades. This is useful to relay to the crew if possible, so they don't hold their gems thinking a koala needs it when they should actually just turn them in. In addition, some emotes have particular meaning, such as the need health emote indicating they want a koala to drop them a medball. Another tip is that most stations use the skills of the center crew member. For example, the shield station shields any crew members on it based off the center crew member's skill, and the weapon station only cares about the center crew member. The exceptions to this rule are fighting invaders and repairing. Both combine the skills of all 3 crew members. My final tip? Trust your crew. As your crew starts leveling up, they will figure out what they need to do. And if they need help, make sure you have the space for them to ask. This game thrives when everyone helps each other. As you play, you'll see familiar names pop up again and again. Say hi. You'll see veteran players helping in chat, giving advice and tips to the new crew. They'll also help you out. You just have to ask. With that, I believe you're ready, Captain. This has been Most 80, and I hope to see you in the Slipstream.